In the previous episode, I spoke about the whole, the experience of the whole. But why is it that we or you cannot experience this whole as I experienced it? And it has become a part of me, and that is how I experience everything from day to day. So what is wrong with enlightenment? If we look at social media, everywhere you'll find stories about enlightenment. Teachers, gurus, siddhas trying to tell you. But nobody tells that what is this state and how it affects your experience of the world. All the siddhas that come on television and social media, they tell you about frequencies, about powers. So when you delve into these frequencies which they talk about, this magical stuff, about mantras' power, about practices like tantra, siddhis, as well as the narrative pushed by various gurus and their podcasts. This is where the dismembering of reality begins. Psychological dismembering happens first, before material dismembering through scientism takes place. I hope I'm pronouncing these things correct. If I make mistakes, please excuse me, because I'm dyslexic and sometimes can mispronounce. Nevertheless, what I am trying to say ultimately is that ultimately all this is part of Vidya. But it is essential to understand avidya from Vidya. Avidya is this dismembering that happens through language. Before you experience the world as what the language is informing you. So, and Vidya is essential to understand the Veda, the Ved, and to understand reality, your reality as a whole. The Ved poetically expresses this experience of the whole. To truly grasp this, we must reconsider what our body really is. Take this example. Your body is no different than that of a plant. The body is not just the roots, the trunk, the branches, the leaves of the tree. It is all of it. It is the sun, the sky, the universe, the earth, the ground, the water, the rain. That is how the Vedas saw existence. That is how the Rishis experienced it. What did the Rishis experience? How did they experience it? And how is this experience related to language? So, to experience this reality, to experience your wholeness, to experience your true body, a fundamental shift in language must occur. This shift in language can only be catalyzed through literature, through modern Sahitya. Modern literature, if you closely read it, what I call deep reading, this modern literature in its own way embodies the dismembering of experience. And this is what we have been reading, this is what we have been publishing, this is what we have been teaching in schools, in colleges, in universities. This is how it arrives at us. This is how it saturates us. And we start seeing our own world, our own reality, as it is expressed in it. I'll give you an example of it. That in the Victorian age, people experience their sexuality differently. And there comes one man called Sigmund Freud. Sorry, I pronounce it wrong. And he redefines sexuality. And this understanding of sexuality is expressed through language, a Descartian language, just like Descartes divided the world between mind and the body, between mind and the inner and the outer. And the outer was mapped using coordinate systems, which evolved into physics. All physics today use 2D or 3D coordinate systems. That was first developed by Descartes, later on adopted by Newton, who based his calculus on it. And Sigmund Freud uses the same coordinate system to map the mind. And then you have all these mental diseases, Oedipus complex, Electra complex, schizophrenia, split mind, and whatnot. It defines that this is what is normal, and anything which moves away from that is abnormal. So as I said, modern literature embodies this dismembering of experience, this dismembering of your true body, the Purusha. The one is dismembered into many. the destruction of your understanding of the world and yourself happens through the language and words. And just as the dismembering happened in the body, religious body, you see that a Muslim experiences the world through their own informing influences, a Christian through theirs, a Hindu through his, a tantric through his. But that experience of reality is not real. None of it which help us in the modern times where we see the destruction of environment. We see the destruction of rivers, air. Whereas your body is the whole. It is all that. So to save your body, to save yourself, your air, your environment, your rivers, your mountains, your sun, your moon, planets, the universe, a fundamental change in language has to occur. A change in what informs you must take place. Only then you can experience the world as the Rishis of the Vedas did. So how did we end up here in this state of dismemberment? And what can we do to experience, reclaim our body? Who in the modern times have understood this dismemberment better than Gandhi? Keeping aside the politics, I feel that he experienced this oneness, this wholeness, where you are the river, the mountains, the sky, the rain, the sun, the stars, the universe. You are not separate from it. There are many followers of Vivekananda, Osho, Krishnamurti, name it, Aurobindo. But what I experience on my path, particularly in that forest, is a fundamental shift in both language and experience. It is hard to understand that this is Sat. This is the truth. You are the truth. Aham Brahmasmi. The essence of what you are is your body. But this shift in perception is the key to experiencing reality as the Rishis once did. And this is hinted in the Vedas, not in the Upanishads, not in the Quran and Bibles, not in the Gita. It is the way the Rishis experience existence as. By the time you come to the Upanishad of Gautam, Sanat Kumar, Narad, of Satyakam, Upkoshal, this fundamental understanding is intact. All these people are living in forest and villages. But by the time you come to Yagval, to Janak, you have moved into the city. And the experience has been internalized as consciousness. Now, there is Brahm and there is Atma. And the key is to realize that Atma is Brahm. But the shift has occurred. Over time, the city, because of the way it is structured, develops its own understanding of its being. And now you have something called artificial intelligence, which is the final collapse into total dismemberment. Don't leave your Gandhi so early. There is much you can learn from him. Keep away the politics that he did. Whether it's good and bad, I will not go into it. I don't find anyone else in modern times who embodies this understanding of the Rishis of the Vedas. The Vedas are free from all this tantra, mantra, siddhi, magic, all the scientism, all this nonsense you will not find in it. The Vashisht Mahamrityunjay, Vishwamitra's Gayatri, Mudgal Rishis, the eye of the universe. They all found there. This fundamental change in language has to occur. Because language is experience and experience is language. They are not separate. What you take in affects what you experience. Until the time this fundamental change in language and literature does not occur, the environment, the air, water, rivers, seas, everything will be polluted and destroyed. And when one fine day you will discover that you are air, you are not apart from it. You are water. You are the river. You are not separate from it. Like a tree. If there is no sunlight, a tree will die. Just like if we don't eat or if we don't drink water, we'll die. Is your heart, your lungs, your liver, your brain separate from your body? No. And once this fundamental change in language occurs within you, then you start seeing and experiencing the world. And that is enlightenment. If you don't want to coin a word for it, leave it. All these things about enlightenment, awakening, nirvana, moksha, liberation, redemption, all talks about the world and after stories. If the world is, you are. All this occurs within your body. When you try to explain it using examples of dream, you create confusion. So, for example, you see objects in your dreams, you see trees, mountains in your dreams. You interact. You see yourself running here and there. Sometimes you see yourself from a 360-degree vision, that you're running here and there. So seeing yourself and the things around you. Who is creating what? How? Dreams are shadows of that true reality in which you exist, in which you are born, you live, you struggle, have children, and then you die. If something or some Vidya is informing you, that you should take sannyas, and then you take sannyas, and then you come teach the Upanishads, something has gone wrong. I'll end it here saying that the fundamental change in language and experience in today's time can only occur through modern literature. And modern literature has to find its source in Kalidas, Meghdut, in Shakuntalam, in Kumar Sambhav, and accommodate this wholeness in which the cloud shows up and travels. For the cloud to show up as cloud, you need to have the sky, the background, in which it is that background is what makes clouds being existence possible. This whole is you, which makes the experience possible. Without this whole, which is you, there cannot be any experience. The trees, the mountains, the rivers, your parents, your kids, your relatives, your friends, the world in arms, ready to kill each other. All this rat race of jobs, destruction of the world. I think I'll end it here. We'll meet again. See you. Bye.